thank you for at least making the effort. You know, we don't always succeed, but as long as we make the effort, that's the important thing. Just so you should know, Mincha tonight, I think is at 8:15. Slowly, we're getting back to normal, as what we call normal. Tomorrow morning, we're davening at 6:50, and 7:50. Now for a quick Devar Torah, we've entered into Parshat Devarim. We've started the Book of Deuteronomy, which is Moses' last statement to the Jewish people. This book is basically about a month before Moses dies. And Moses knows that it's the end for him. He's preparing the people to enter the land. But his first thing is, let's recount some of the highlights of the last 40 years. Or you might say some of the highlights and lowlights of the Jewish people for the last 40 years. And this, by the way, is how you know that the Torah is divine. Because most people, when they go over their history, do not record the bad things they did, that their leaders were bad, yet the leaders made mistakes. Lenin is still revered in Moscow. Mao is also revered in China. And if you go to the grave of the founder of North Korea, you have to bring a gift that's left on the grave. We don't know where Moses is buried. Where he's buried is irrelevant to us because we also know that Moses was not a god. Moses made mistakes, as did Avraham Avinu, as did all of our leaders. They made mistakes, but they learned from their mistakes. And we learn from their mistakes, which is the important thing what the Torah is trying to get across. We learn from their mistakes, we learn from our mistakes. What makes somebody great is not that he never makes mistakes, but that he's willing to learn from it and improve himself. And like I said, we tried to get the minions together, it didn't work. But we at least tried. If you don't try, you'll never succeed. If you don't go up into the batter's box, you'll never get to first base. You won't hit a home run because if you don't swing, it ain't gonna happen. You might get to first base by walking, but that's as far as you're gonna get. The point of it being, this is one of Moshe's thoughts is, you have to keep trying to improve yourself. Because if you don't, you never will. You don't strive for perfection, you strive for betterment. So I guess that's the beginning of this week's Divrei Torah. So we're going to be working on how to become better. Something to think about, no Kaddish Rabbanim.